Hi friends, thanks again for checking back my channel Testing Many Bytes. I'm your friend Amudan Shaktivel. Today we'll see an interesting topic on how to attach the screenshots to the next report. There are multiple ways to do this. We'll see all of them and we'll also find out which is the best way to do that. So let me quickly create a class. So we attaching attach screenshots. Okay, and this is our problem statements for today. So we'll I will try to take a screenshot as a PNG or JPG file and attach to the report. And we also have the second way, which is take the screenshot as this, okay, and convert it in form of base64 and attach it to the report. Third way is take a screenshot base64 and attach to the report. So these are the three ways that you can do attaching the screenshots, but I think this is the most recommended way. I'll also tell you what are the issues with the first two things, and we can also see why this is a better way to do this. So now let me also take the code from my previous sessions. So this is a basic code how you can create a simple report. Okay, let me copy paste that same thing here. Maybe I'll change the name to attach screen. This is the first. So this is the first way, and let me move this whole thing. Okay, this is not related to test. Maybe I'll create a before suite and move all my code there. Let me name it as setup. This is just a convention. You can name it whatever you want. Again, so let me copy this it here. Okay, import the annotation from string. Will throw some exception. That's okay. Let me also create after suite. And if you're new here, please check. Don't forget to check out the previous videos if you don't understand this. Okay, we create a tear down method with after suite annotation. This will be executed after all my test case is getting executed. Okay, I already moved this code there, so I don't need this. So I just need to cut this and put it here. Okay, before suite is annotation in test.ng that will help you to run something before all your test case, all your test classes, all your tests getting executed. So this is the first step that will do, and this is going to be the last step that will do. And if you also notice, this is the test that we have, now. Okay, so this cannot find this. Maybe I'll create it as a class level object. So okay, and I also can now all there as well. So this is the simplest way we can create a report. Now we haven't done any integration with. Let me image this import section. We also okay. Now I think you can see it better. So this is the minimal code that you have to write to to create external report. Now we have to integrate with the Selenium code. So let's go to the pom.xml. I have already added the Selenium dependency, and I also need this Apache Commons utility. So we have some IO utils that we might need. So to transfer file from one location to another location. So I have also added this jar file. So make sure you have all these four dependency added to your pom.xml. Let me go here again, and so first let's try to start a browser. Again, I have added my chrome driver.exe here. My chrome version I have now is 86. So go to the about chrome. So it is 86. So I have downloaded from this particular URL, so the particular corresponding chrome driver. Okay, so for me it's a Windows machine, so I have downloaded this. So if in your case it's a different chrome, you can use that. Again, if you want to use a WebDriver manager, yeah, please go ahead and do that. But for now, we are not focusing on that. So let me quickly create a simple test. Again, I can create this as a variable so that I can use it everywhere. So this will come from your you know, org.openqa Selenium. And here, first let me set the system properties. Okay, and the key is WebDriver, Chrome driver. And my Chrome driver.exe is located in the root path, so I can directly give the path. Okay. In your case, if it is located in the different location, please give the different path. Okay. So after this, I'm starting my Chrome driver, new Chrome driver. Yeah. Now this will open a browser for me. Again, I'm writing the log here, so this will create a test node for me. Okay. Now after that, I want to log. Okay, test started. Maybe I can replace this as browser opened. So this will write my logs. So after this, I'm writing this. Let me maximize this. Okay. And after that, I want to load an URL. Okay. driver.catch https. Maybe I'll open google.com. Okay. I'll also find the element, the Google search bar. So I'm finding it by name. So which is Q. Touch send keys. I also want to enter the text automation, and after entering automation I want to press enter button. Okay, so you can pass like this. You don't have to find the search button and then click on it. So it's the simplest way you can do like this. And after doing this, I want to take the screenshot. Okay, but by this time when I have to take the screenshot, let me quickly create a utility. Okay, now we are going to follow the first approach of creating the screenshot as a PNG or JPG file and attach to our report. Okay, so let me create a utility. So public, let me keep it as a void for now. Get screenshot path. I'll explain what I'm doing. So if someone is you know calling this method, okay, uh, I need to take a screenshot and then I need to return them the path where the screenshot is located so that they can append in the report. This is a this is what the method going to do. Good. So to take the screenshots, we already know. Take screenshot. Let me cast this whole thing. Uh, you know, the driver object, and then also. So let me import this first. Just a minute. I think it's got imported already. So let me cast this with the driver object, and then dot take screen. So get screenshot as. So the output file right now, it's output what output type, and the type of file, you know it has a lot of options. So for now I'm going to take it as a file format. Okay, good. After taking this will return you the file object, right? This is the source. Okay, this is in some temporary location. What I want to do, I want to store this in a particular location. Okay, so for this I can use a file utils. So there is a class called a file utils. Okay, that's coming from your Apache Commons IO library that we have added, and we have some method called copy file. So if you tell the source, you also can tell the location. So what it will do, it will copy the file from your source location, from this temporary file location to the destination where I want to store the file. So I want to store the file in the root path. uh, Maybe I'll open the system yeah, get property user.directory. This will give me the current working directory in Java. So from there, I also want to add a folder called screenshots. and then I want to create an image.png. Maybe this will throw some exceptions. Yeah, that's understood. So let me throw that as well. Okay, let me minimize this. Okay, and after doing this, I want to return the path where the where the image is stored. Okay, so maybe I'll create a string path equal to, I'll copy this location. I'll create a local variable so that it will be useful for me. Path. I want to create a screenshot, and then I want to move that from this location to that location that I have mentioned here. Okay. After doing that, I want to return the path. Okay. So now it will ask me to change the return type to string. That's okay. So now we have done everything to take the screenshot and get the screenshot path. Now after doing this, I want to write this statement. So pass. This time I want to pass some details like value entered, and then also I want to append the screenshot. So there is a class called media entity builder from your stack. So here we have a create screen capture from path. So it's going to accept a string base 64 type, or you can directly pass the path where the screenshot is located. Okay, so here it is a we have created a method called get screenshot path, which will actually take the screenshot and return the path for us. Okay, so yeah, upon that. So after doing this, you just need to call their build method. Okay, unless you call this, it won't work. So call this. That's it. So now, if you run the test, it will take the screenshot, and then store it in this particular location. So let me check. I don't have any folder like that. So maybe I'll try to run the test now. Okay. We'll also see what is the drawback of this particular method. Okay, it has opened browser for me. It has entered automation, and okay, everything is done. Okay, so if you notice, we also have the you know screenshot attached here. Okay, right click here and then click on inspect. If you notice, the src here is pointing to the you know directory in my location. Okay, even though I am finding my current path using system dot get property user dot there, but if I send this index.html file alone to my client, okay, if I mail him, okay, then he might not be able to see this image, because this is referencing to an location where you also need to have your screenshots. You also need to ship your screenshot folder along with the index.html file. So this is too much of an ask, right? So if you're sending it to your product owner, okay, let me refresh this. You also need to send this index.html with this screenshot folder, then only it will work. Again, if you are running a bigger suite of 500 test cases, it will have a huge collection of your screenshots, so it will even account to more than 15 MB. And again, if you are sending through Outlook, you cannot send 15 MB, right? So there are a lot of issues with that. So people, what normally they do, they will take a JPG or PNG file, they will convert it into a base 64. So base 64, again, if you're not sure what is a base 64, I know it's a form of encoded string. Okay, it's just a string for simple reasons. Okay, it's encoded in a base 64 way. Okay, you can directly append the string into the HTML so that it doesn't have to reference to any external files. Okay, in our case, it is now um, let me open the report. It is referencing to another external place. Okay, so this is the problem. Okay, now we'll do the second method. Okay, let me create another utility, so that will return me a string. That's gonna return me a base 64 string. Okay, create screenshot as base 64. Okay, this is the method I'm going to create, and all these steps gonna repeat. Okay, I want to take the screenshot as an image, and then everything is gonna repeat. But the only thing is, this time I'm gonna convert this particular whatever the image that we have into a different thing. Okay, So we have the report path. Now it's generated. So what I'm going to do, there is a utility called IOUtils. Okay, this is coming from your Apache Commons IO library. So let's import that, and then there is something called as 2 byte array. I want to convert this whole thing as a byte array. Maybe I'll use the input stream this time. So new file input stream, and then you can pass the file path. Okay, the file path is your screenshot path, right? So you can just copy this, paste it here. Again, I need to throw the exception to add the return statement. We will add that. So this will give me a byte array. So again, if you don't know what to do, just put string arrays and it will ask you to convert to byte array. Okay, maybe this is the converted. So I can tell image bytes. Okay, and now we have a byte array. Now we want to convert to the base64 string. So there is a thing called base64. Okay, this is a class in Java util. If you notice, this is a class in Java util. They have a method called get encoder. So click on that, and here you can encode. Use, this encode method is overloaded. You can pass a byte array, you can pass byte array and byte destination, all those stuff. But we have a byte array now. Okay, so we'll use that, and whatever the byte array that we have generated, we'll convert them in the form of string. Okay, now after doing this, this will return you a string, the base64 string. So you can directly return them. Okay. So base64 dot get encoder, again I need to use encode to string, then only it will encode to the string. Okay, cool. Now this will return me the base64 string. It will not return me the png file. So instead of calling this method, I'm going to call this method. It is going to remain the same, just I'm calling a different method. So this is not used now. Okay, we are now following the second approach. Okay, let me quickly run the test and see how it's. So my test got ran. Okay, the report should open. I think it got open, but I think there is some problem. Okay, the base64 string is not encoded properly here. Okay, maybe we have done something wrong. Okay, let me inspect this. Yeah, this is a base64. Okay, I think we need to call a different method there. Add screen capture from path instead of this. You move this. Okay, create screen cap. Okay, from base64 string. So from path will accept the string. So if you want to pass a base64, you need to call this method. Okay, again you need to cast get base64 in the same way the build. That's okay. We face some issues, that's okay. So we need to call a different method now. Okay, run as test engine. So okay, we face some issues, so that we don't face that issues at important time. Okay, I close this report. So now if you see, there is a base64 image here. Okay, just click on this, you will see the report. Okay, this is really cool, right? So this time if you inspect this, okay, it doesn't referencing to anywhere. So you see, the tag is png the base64, and it has a base encoded string. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. So you can send it to your client without any issues. They can see the report like this. Okay, without any issues. Instead of doing all this thing, okay, you can directly create a base64. Okay, what about uh, directly creating a base64 image? Okay, public, and this time also I'm returning a string, get base64 string directly. Okay, I'm gonna return. Okay, you can just copy this whole thing. Okay, copy this whole thing. Instead of get, get screenshot as. Okay, you can just press, use output type dot base64. Okay, by this way you have reduced your 3 lines of code to 1 line of code, and then you can use the same thing. Okay, I'll just call this base 64. Sorry, I'll have to replace here. Now everything will work absolutely fine. So the drawback with the first approach, one, if you're the drawback with the first approach, if you're sending the file to your client, they might not see the screenshots. Again, if you are having lot of screenshots, then you will have lot of screenshots getting accumulated in your folder. Again, if you're running it in your Jenkins machine, it can cause a lot of problems, so you need to delete them using your code or delete them manually. Again again by this approach, you are again taking the screenshots, so it will clog your entire local system and it will add more files, you know um, but this is the best way. You can directly get a base 64 screen. You are not producing any png image, so you don't have to give any path. There is lesser code, much recommended way to do screenshots. Let's try to run it and see how it works. Good. Even now we have got the same results, but this time with lesser code and without creating any png or jpg files, without harming anyone, right? So even you can ship this code to anyone. Okay, this index.html, whatever the produced index.html, you can directly email them to your customers or clients, whoever it is. You don't have to ship uh, your screenshot folder as well. So so to quickly summarize, these are all the three ways I would recommend you to go this way. So yeah, please do that. And if you think you have learned something from this tutorial, so please do subscribe, share with your friends my channel. Thank you guys, have a good day.